Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Saturday, the 28th of September 2024. Today was match day, and hey ho, what a match day it was. I don't know if you saw the video yesterday, not many people have. At the end of the video on a Friday or before a match day, I give my prediction for a score, and I actually got it right. Got it bang on, 3-1. Yeah, I mean, it was we were really good. We were really, really good. A lot of things happened, various players scoring that kind of shut everyone up. And yeah, good performance, good result. And just a few unfortunate things. Maku's sending off and other stuff. But yeah, overall, fantastic to get our second win in our 7th game, scoring 3 goals at home. So here we go. Confident Lions see off Preston challenge. This is the match report from millfc.co.uk. So Mill defeated Preston North End 3-1 in the Sky Bet Championship on Saturday afternoon at the Den. George Honeyman, Romain SA and Macaulay Langstaff for his first Mill goal were on target as the Lions eased to victory in SE16. Jordan Story struck a late consolation for the visitors, whilst Adamo Maku was sent off in the final minutes of normal time. Neil Harris named an unchanged 11 for the visit of North End, meaning that Langstaff kept his place in the lineup. There was one change on the bench meanwhile, as Wes Harding replaced Femi Aziz, who picked up a slight knock during the midweek under-21s game. Indeed. So he was injured, and they didn't tell us in the match preview, which they should have done really. As mentioned before, a lot of money is being spent gambling on these games, and you should tell people which of your players are injured. And you obviously, well, we don't want the opposition to know. I think they already know, because everybody knows everybody in football. There's all kinds of connections inside, and I'm sure the bookmakers already knew. So the only thing people you're letting down is the punters. But hey, I'm sure most of us won money today. Who picked up a slight knock during the midweek under-21s game. The first spell of good football came with 5 minutes on the clock as Joe Bryan battled his way through the middle of the park. He found SA, who fed Langstaff, who slid through to Ryan Leonard, but the right-back's cross was deflected behind. Jafet Tanganga then had a shot blocked from the resulting corner kick. Bryan then once again doggedly broke through and hit a right-footed effort into the arms of Freddie Woodman on 9 minutes, before Casper Dinor cracked a fantastic first-time effort on the volley off the crossbar just a minute later. Mill's attacking domination continued until the 24th minute, when they finally took the lead as a ball across the box found Langstaff. The striker unselfishly tapped it to an unmarked Honeyman, who had no qualms in poking home his first goal of the season. Yeah, it's almost like a carbon copy of the one the other week, which obviously he didn't put in, but this time he did put it in. And he's off the mark, and it's good to see. There's obviously a lot of people on his back, because he did kind of cause us not to win the QPR game, but he does a lot of stuff. Just needed to add some goals to his game, and he has now. So hopefully people who are saying that he shouldn't be playing the number 10 role, maybe we'll pipe down now and we can crack on and keep getting some more results. Josh Bowler had North End's first attempt of the afternoon 4 minutes later, one which was comfortable for Lucas Jensen, but the Dane had to stretch himself seconds later as a snapshot from Will Keane looked to be heading into the net for an equaliser. Jensen, however, sticking out a leg to pull off a top save. With 10 minutes to play until the break, a smart free kick saw Langstaff again peel off the feature on the far side of the penalty area and cross, but SA was just unable to stretch far enough to tap home from close range. On 38 minutes, however, the lead was doubled as a quick breakaway from the line saw Honeyman poke the ball over to the top to Duncan Watmore, who timed his run and passed to perfection for SA to spring the offside trap round Woodman and slot the ball into an empty net for 2-0. That sounds easier written down than it actually was, and the way SA executed this was absolutely primo Fantastic stuff. And yeah, this was the theme of the game, in that Preston trying to get us offside all the time. Even our third goal, they were in their own box, and they were like probably 10 yards out from the goal line. They're trying to play offside. Just insane. Yeah. That's Honeyman scoring his goal there. So he's not as close to the goal as the other one, but similar situation. A double substitution for Preston saw Paul Heckingbottom looked to change the game at half time, but after Bowler struck wide, the Lions were 3-0 up just 120 seconds into the second half as Honeyman's cross found Langstaff, the striker having the simplest of tasks to tap home for his first Lions goal. More determination from Brian set up another chance down the left for Millwall with 53 minutes on the clock as the left back's two crunching tackles saw him regain the ball to feed Watmore. He held the ball up to Denor's on-rushing run. And could be found, but the Belgium struck over. North End substitute Stefan Forderson trashed a strike over Jensen's bar just after the hour mark as the visitors attempted to register on the score sheet. With a home debut from Mihajlo Ivanovic following not long after he replaced the excellent Langstaff. Ryan Wintle, Danny McNamara and Amaku were also brought into play by Harris as Tuesday stripped Cardiff City sat in the back of his mind. As the next opportunity went the way of the Lions through the outstanding Brian, who saw his effort saved by Woodman. The visitors struck the woodwork just inside the final 10 minutes before substitute Militon Osmejic then forced Jensen into a reaction save 3 minutes later. Story then pulled a late consolation back for Preston before Amaku was shown red for two successive bookings late on. North End continued to press late on, but the 10-man Lions saw off the challenge to claim 3 deserved points. Okay, that's interesting, because I'm pretty sure that Imaku was shown a yellow card for the dive and then he was shown a red card. So they're saying here now that it was two yellow cards. Okay. And that was all in the same incident, if you don't know. So again, the referee... So Amaku, it kind of looks like he's dived. I looked back on the when I've got home. I've looked at the highlights, which now the new Sky deal, they're available online and on apps like almost immediately after the game. Obviously, I'll wait till I get home to get on the Wi-Fi so I can watch it. And it does look like he dived, but he immediately gets booked for that. But the Preston defender walks over to him and starts like kicking him while he's on the floor. And then he reacts to that, which, you know, fair enough. But hello, the Preston guy who kicked him while he was on the floor, he didn't get booked. He didn't even get sent off. So what the fuck is that about? So yeah, that's. Because the referee didn't hesitate. The referee was straight away with the yellow card. The referee shown the yellow card to Amaku before the Preston player walked over. So there's no need for him to start kicking him on the floor. He got what he got. You know, the Preston defence got the free kick. He got a yellow card. Let's carry on. Why is he kicking him on when he's on the floor? And why is the referee and the linesman between them not book the guy who's kicked him while he's on the floor? Is that what we do now? We can kick players when they're on the floor. Absolutely disgusting referee again. So yeah, the team was, I believe, unchanged. Only one change on the bench. Jensen, Leonard, Cooper, Tanganga, Bryan, Saville, Denor, Essay, Honeyman, Watmore, Langstaff. The subs that came on were McNamara on 76 for Leonard, Imaku on for SA on the 76th minute. Hang on, what's going on here? How could Wallace come on? How can Wallace come on for Imaku if Imaku got sent off? Who did Wallace come on for then? You need to fix this. This isn't right. Wintle on for Honeyman, 67, and Ivanovic on for Langstaff on 67. So let's have a look and see. I'm going to look on my phone and see if we can get what actually happened here. So that's George Honeyman. Murray Wallace came on for George Honeyman. Amaku came on for Romain Esse. McNamara came on for Leonard. Ryan Whitnell came on for Duncan Watmore. So that's wrong. Well, this is wrong. I don't know who's fucking right and wrong. And Ivanovic came on for Langstaff. Yeah, George Honeyman did go off. And Watmore did go off. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate that they got that wrong. The unused subs were Roberts, Wallace, Hutchinson, Kelly, and Harding. Harding back in the fold. Oh. And that was in front of a crowd of 13,764 with 786 away fans. So interesting. So everyone played well, but Brian played really well again. And again, what? So I believe so this is our second win of the season. The first win was the Sheffield Wednesday game. Wasn't the Sheffield Wednesday game also a 3 o'clock kickoff? So both of the wins have been 3 o'clock kickoffs. The games that we haven't won have been 12:30, I believe. So we lost the Watford game. Maybe the Bristol City game was a 3 o'clock kickoff. Luton was 12:30. QPR was 12:30. Hull was 12:30. And to be honest, in a couple of those 12:30 games, especially the Luton and the QPR one, Brian looked absolutely pony. But in the 3 o'clock games, he's looking quite good. So again, as I mentioned it previously, is he still living out west? How long does it take him to commute into London? If he's waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning to get into London to get to the 12 o'clock kickoff, maybe he needs to think about doing that, because he looked absolutely amazing today. So if it is that, you need to figure out a way around that. But yeah, everyone was really, really good today. So just outstanding, just absolutely outstanding. Let's get some photographs now. Langstaff, he's a natural born goal scorer. You could see it in the QPR game, the last game. You could see it last week. He had something about him, and you just had the feeling that if he played again this week, that he would score. So what's that, like 1 in 3 now for him? Because a lot of people saying, "Oh, bring Ivanovic on," but it's kind of a different ball game. Like Ivanovic more of a target man type, which is what Josh Coburn was when we brought him in. But I think with Langstaff, what you get is he can get on the ball and he can pass it amongst the other players. So you effectively, instead of playing 4-2-3-1, you play 4-2-4, because they all play together and pass it off of each other. So yeah, there's Honeyman there. Honeyman scoring. Yeah, he loves it. Hello, Governor. There you go. Fantastic stuff. Sun shining. It's been pissing down with rain all week, and now the sun's shining. Is that an omen? Probably. Duncan Watmore, fantastic today. Denor, fantastic. Everyone really looked good today. There's Langstaff getting his goal. He thought he was offside, because they kept trying to play offside, and it just didn't work, and it makes no sense to me, because playing offside wasn't really a thing to me, being a Millwall fan, until Mark McGee. You saw it really clearly with Mark McGee when he came in. Even though we had Stuart Nefcott, he was one of the slowest central defenders we've ever had, and Tuttle as well. It wasn't that quick. At times, we did often play quite a high line, which was about 10 yards off the halfway line. And the reason why you do that is because if you've got a team that's just pumping it up to the big man, well, the farther you push them back to their own half, he can't Like, there's nowhere to pump it to. You're just literally pumping it to the halfway line. Because what's he going to do? He's going to head it, and then the seconds are going to be in their own half or across the halfway line. They're not going to be in and around your own box. So that's what you do. But these guys, Preston, they're trying to play off sides in their own box, which don't make no sense to me. The most interesting offside thing that I saw was a couple of years ago when we played Leicester in the Cup. And what they did is they had their back line playing far up, close to the halfway line, and they had everyone else, their midfield and forwards, pushed back as well. So they didn't have the forwards far away. They had everyone. So there was a space between probably 10 yards behind the halfway line to their goal, and 10 yards behind the halfway line to our goal, where all of the players were. And they were all very compact and passing it around and doing stuff like that. So crazy stuff. But yeah, you can see why they're not doing too well. Like, they're trying to play off sides in a 6-yard line. There's a Vanovic there. SA again scoring. That was his first home goal for SA. It's taken him a while to do it, and we're finally there. So we've got SA's first home goal. We've got Honeyman scoring. We've got Langstaff scoring his first goal for Millwall. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So, moving on to this from the southernnews.co.uk. Harris delighted with Millwall victory against Preston at the Den. Millwall boss Neil Harris said he's delighted with Millwall's second league win of the season after his side beat Preston North End by 3-1. Oh, I'm delighted with these 3 points. It's overdue here again, from the 2 defeats we've had. We've been really disappointed recently that we've not picked up more points. Although impressive performances throughout the early part of the season, Millwall have struggled to convert their displays into points on the board. However, the Lions' first half display enabled them to see the game through despite a late red card for Edomi Maku and a consolation goal from Preston. Oh, I'm obviously delighted, with large aspects of the game. The first half in particular, there were obviously a couple of sour moments at the end for us to have to deal with, conceding the goal poorly and then the red card incident, obviously. But ultimately, it was a really good day for us and a really strong performance. Harris also said that he was pleased for Millwall's goal scorers, 2 of whom opened their scoring accounts for the current season. Oh, I'm delighted for the goal scorers. It was really important for all 3 goal scorers to score. Langstaff, obviously, to get off the mark, and Romain to get his first ever own goal. Fantastic. The confidence is really high in the changing room. The Lions manager will be hoping to take the win into Tuesday evening when his team take on Cardiff, Harris's former side. Yeah, they're not doing too well, are they? They're at the bottom of the table. I don't know what they did today. I should have pulled up the table, but I did not do that. So, Mill boss Neil Harris gives verdict on 3-1 win over Preston North End. Mill produced. So this is from the South London Press. This is the same thing that we've just seen, but I think there's a little bit extra, and I'm going to run through it now. So they give obviously the things about the game. Yada yada. Lions head coach Neil Harris said he was delighted. Yep. We felt like we could come again. Goal scoring opportunities and us winning the game. I'm delighted with large aspects of the game. The first half in particular. A couple of sour moments at the end for us to deal with. Exactly. Ultimately, it's a really good day for us and a really strong performance. He's delighted with the goal scorers again, and then. George, he's been exceptional. I keep talking about it. I put a case across that he's been our best player, but there might be a few players knocking at my door in saying that because they've been really good as well. Ultimately, the 3 of them, Romain, G and Duncan, behind the 9, have been exceptional this season. It'll be a weight of the world off G's shoulders, as it will be for Macaulay as well. Romain keeps lighting the pace up, doesn't he? With his movement and use of the ball. He's really challenging and his work ethic. First of half we dominated proceedings. I'm really pleased with my goalkeeper. I thought he kicked well. Was assured on crosses and 2 really big saves. The one in the first half with his foot was a really good instinctive save at a key moment as well. So there you go. That was a little bit more similar, but a little bit more. Now, moving on to this from the Southern News. So they obviously, post-match, they ask him, why this, why that? So they said, why no Aziz? So Millbus gives update on player missing from squad. Neil Harris gave an update on Femi Aziz after the young winger was missing from Millwall squad in Saturday's game against Preston. Harris said he was unsure if Aziz would play on Tuesday in Cardiff and remained hopeful he could feature next weekend against West Bromwich Albion. Femi got a whack in the under-21s game on Tuesday at Calmont, Harris said. He trained yesterday, but he came off early after half an hour, so he's not a million miles away. We're not sure about Tuesday, but hopefully he's back fit against West Brom. Aziz is yet to get off the mark for his new club, but has featured in the majority of Millwall games from the bench. Well, yes, because as was just mentioned, the ones that are playing now, Essay, Watmore, Honeyman, they've been absolutely fantastic. So you've got to be going some to unseat them. But just keep on keeping on, and your time will come. Now, moving on to the dark cloud from today's events. He's got to learn. This is from the londonnewsonline.co.uk regarding Mill boss Harris on the red card for Adamu Maku. Mill manager Neil Harris has been unable to review Adamu Maku's red card in today's 3-1 win over Preston North End at the Den. The Republic of Ireland under-21 international was sent off in the closing stages. Imaku initially received a booking as his fall to the turf was deemed to be a dive by referee Darren Bond, but Bond then dismissed the youngster after he tangled with Robbie Brady. That's what I thought. I thought he got a straight red card. Which, if it is a straight red card, I think it's like the difference is like it can be up to 3-game ban, isn't it? So I think we should find out what that was. Harris said, I just tried to watch it back, but the broadcast cuts off to a different angle, so you don't see the contact. I'm not going to comment to say whether the referee or Adamu's got it right or wrong. All I will say is that Adamu should not be getting involved in that situation. Whether it's a red card or not, do not put the referee in that situation where he has to make a decision. Not playing at home in a comfortable position, which we are, especially while we're short of options at the attacking end of the pitch. It's certainly something Adamu has got to learn from. Indeed, game management, I think they call it. So interestingly, in terms of Adamu, if he does get the 3-game ban, I mean, that's probably pretty good for him because he's got a pretty obviously we're going into the next international break the game on Tuesday, game on Saturday, and then it's the international break, so he's got a big game for Ireland under 21s in that, so I think that's good for him, but maybe not good for us, although especially with Aziz out now, so yeah, that's not good, is it? I just realised that. So the two quickest players that we've got, Aziz and Maku, now unavailable for Tuesday. But I don't think should be able to dispatch Cardiff without them. Now, moving on to this from londonnewsonline.co.uk, which is the South London Press. Millwall boss not applying any pressure on Macaulay Langstaff after he nets a first championship goal. Millwall boss Neil Harris is not placing any extra expectation on Macaulay Langstaff after he scored his first goal since a summer move from Notts County. The forward netted in his 9th match for the Lions today's 3-1 win over Preston at the Den. Langstaff also has 2 assists, setting up Duncan Watmore last weekend at QPR and also providing the cross for George Honeyman's opener this afternoon. Langstaff scored 29 goals for County in League 2 last season. The 27-year-old is now netted in the Championship, League 2, National League and the National League North. Asked if opening his Millwall account takes the pressure off Langstaff, Harris said, he'll be judging himself on goals, because he's a natural goal scorer. I can't explain to you how Macaulay Langstaff feels today, because only goal scorers know, he's a natural finisher who scores bundles of goals, so to be off the mark until now will be hurting him. It's my job as a man manager to feed him that confidence and help him on the training pitch. His all-round game has been exceptional in his last 2 appearances. He's had assists and his pressing from the front is good. He's learned so much in pre-season. I said all along that we'd have to be patient with him. Nobody knows how good Macaulay's going to be in the Championship. He doesn't know. He's adapting to life at the moment. I can tell you how hard it is to be a Millwall number 9 as well, especially playing here at the Den. I like to think I've been helpful to him over the last few weeks. I just don't want to put too much pressure on him now. I'll try and take the pressure off all the time by saying give him time. It could take months to adapt to Championship football. It's still going to take him time. He's had 3 good performances if you include the game at Portsmouth in the Cup. 3 really good starts. He needs to feed off that and carry on off that. He doesn't need pressure or expectation on his shoulders to expect goals. I'll just settle for really strong performances for Maka to play with the energy, desire and combination of playing in front of 4. Because if we keep playing like that, he will score goals. The stats show how well placed we should be, in the table, and that's fine, in one instance. But you need to start delivering, and we did today. Indeed we did. Now I'm going to finish with this for prosperity, because I did mention it yesterday's video. Under 21's beating at Fleetwood Town. The game was on Friday, but just so that we can get the team with the substitutes. Obviously, it was a 2-1 win to Fleetwood Town. And the team was George Evans, Lamptey, Drake, Ollie Evans, Dyer, Mansour, Bangura, Williams, Howland, Hayward, Baker and Hearn. And the subs were, if this is to be believed, as you see in the previous one that they did, Kendall on for Mansour in the 63rd minute, Whitby on for Baker in the 63rd minute, and the unused subs were Whiteman, Preswosny and Abdulaziz. So there you go. And on that note, hang on, give me... One minute. Let's have a look at what we're doing. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Let's have a look at the table while we're here, because I forgot to bring it up. We're now up to 14th. There we go. 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 defeats. We've got a goal difference of 2, which all the teams below us are not. We're going now away to the most dog shit team in the league. On Tuesday, they haven't won a game. I think they've only scored 1 goal. They've only got a draw, and that was a game that they scored that goal in. So yeah, this is a very winnable game as well. And you can see the team that we just beat, Preston. The other team that we beat, but that was in the Cup, Portsmouth. So is that good or bad? We did beat Sheffield Wednesday, so. All of the teams that we've beaten so far, Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, Cardiff and Portsmouth in the league. So, and the teams that we haven't played any of the teams in the top yet. So how good are we really? Obviously everyone's very confident and happy and doing well, but... we drew 0-0 away at Hull. We were in 12th. We lost at Bristol City 4-3. Drew 1-1 at QPR. Beat Sheffield Wednesday. Lost to Luton, who are now below us. So we've had a bit of a mixed bag, but we haven't played any of the top teams above us, apart from Hull and Watford. So, the first time we do will be next Saturday when we play West Brom. We're at this moment top of the table, so that's going to be a big old game, isn't it? Probably bigger than the Cardiff game. But there you go. We're in 14th at the moment after 7 games, 8 points. Not bad. We're doing okay. We did very well today. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.